is kind of weird, but he's still going to do so.
Yeah.
The metal pants going to be taken out of the cloth. Change my name.
Is it the name you still have on?
Yes.
Yeah,
everywhere else.
Sense.
Yeah.
I think Atlas was a good choice.
I think it was fine. But there's a hook. That's going to connect here as Polo is just going to collect the Rel. And unfortunately for Duro, it is not the kind of debut first blood that he was aiming for.
Welcome to the LCK, Duro.
Yeah.
Gets found. And Polo's had a lot of moments that left me scratching my head. But I also want to applaud him just a little bit. In the Dutch, there's an expression where if you try and, build someone up, you say you break a lance for them, which I think is a really cool expression.
I do like that one as well, as Duro's going to immediately make up for this situation. He's burning Karis down. Close is going to be able to lock that one up. And so as you were saying, as Duro comes back and just immediately answers that first blood, because I know it's a bad thing. Okay, we're not still on the side of BNK. They do manage to get the knock-up onto Polu, but Duro is just dead once again. This Talia is being very pesky as, oh my goodness, just needs a slightly longer anchor. Couple of extra chains there for Polu.
One of the other questions that I had coming into this is that Ezreal on the previous patch was mostly a counter pick, and he was still quite strong, right? We saw Pays already pop off on him. But it wasn't necessarily the highest of prios because his laning phase could still be considered weak after the buffs. So I don't think that this is entirely due to the matchup. Do want to highlight that. But it does fit into the larger trend of, I think the Ezreal priority is just going to keep rising throughout this patch as people more and more realize that he legitimately just wins.
Just Essence Flux and then Arcane Shift randomly in their direction somewhat, and then they take half of their health bar. That seems a bit silly. As okay, Duro going to go aggressive. Envy offering a fair bit of damage back as YoungJay making his way in, and Duro realizing it's not great, but still, Raptor's here this time, finds the wind, becomes lightning, and that is going to be the Crescent Guard to keep him safe. There's the flash out as Raptor goes down extremely low. Envy's flashing forward, looks for the Mystic Shot, but it's going to be blocked there by the heroes. And Karis just clearing out wave after wave. Very even in the mid lane. Nothing really to report on outside of the fact that there is 50% less on the flash cooldown. 4 grubs over to BNK though. Bro just not interested in grubs. It's just not... unless YoungJay wants to be able to find one here as Morgan picks up a rock, throws it over. There's the Impale to connect onto Raptor, who's going to get slammed into the wall. Karis comes on over. That is so much damage. Morgan's almost able to get something done, but YoungJay gets himself out of there, and that is a kill going over to Polu as well. They'll take 1 grub for their trouble and 2 kills on top of it. And can Bro find themselves a team fight? That's the question, as Envy not exactly in the area, and that is just the steal away. That is going to be Arrow connecting, and YoungJay is stunned for a very long time. Raptor comes over and executes him, but turret does actually fall elsewhere on the map. Bottom lane outer does go down as now Morgan's just trying to be that brick wall. He just drives his way out. And Clear not going to be able to catch anybody else. So they sacrifice YoungJay, they get themselves 2 dragons, and they also grab first brick. I think it's still probably an advantage for Bro.
Maybe that was an angle for Closer to try and go for a big play. Would like a dive on Karis here.
Yeah, see what they can get done here. Good Fear is going to connect onto Closer. He looks for the Emperor's Divide, but I don't even think he really needs it as Raptor tanks up the turret just long enough. And they're able to take down the Hui. So nice little shot back here for BNK on the bottom side.
See what he ends up going as Raptor is in top now.
Yep, Morgan is trying to run away. Wind becomes lightning. Morgan just looking for that wall. And speaking of walls, the Talia is going to give one. That is going to be the all-out as Morgan not going to get thrown back because that's his teammate's seismic shove. It doesn't matter though. YoungJay just not able to save him. Magnus Storm connects onto 2 here as Closer is making his way up the mid lane. Interrupted there by Polo, but Envy, he's still going to go down. And I think Polo's immediately going to follow. BNK finding multiple things all over this map and completely evening out the game. And then we potter around for a little bit. There might be another Baron that happens somewhere, doesn't win the game. And then we are, Soul territory. There's a big fight for that one, not conclusive. And now the arrow is going to hit onto Polo. And it's going to be a fling back onto Duro. Doesn't really do too much as Morgan makes his way in. Envy trying to find it here as they look for Karis. He does get the shield, and now Duro is down exceptionally low, but it does not matter. Raptor's able to get in there, CC's up the Ezreal, and now Karis is behind enemy lines. And they've just given up wondering about it. They're just going to let him go, and now it is going to be BNK FearX taking the Drake. And as we know, Bro's response is, it's just one, it's fine.
But your biggest weakness is if they actually get on top of you and for Brion, that's the main thing they need to avoid is, oh boy, I don't know if they're going to be able to here.
Yeah, looking for the dive, as that's a phenomenal arrow once again from Hannah. Karis going to be the first one to go down. Duro is taking a fair bit of damage, but otherwise he is going to be absolutely fine. Empress Divide lands onto 2. True Shot Barrage will be able to take down Duro, but he does not care. He's done his job, and that is going to be a double for Closer, and BNK can just do no wrong.
That is going to be the Nash surely here, Atlas.
Closer's going to come down. I think he should be able to take this inner as well, and only further extending that gold advantage that they've built up for themselves.
Really optimal use of Nash, you know, just power up the wave so that you have prio in mid so that you can just run towards the dragon. It's peak. They get the bot side turret as well, and this is obviously still a really good Red Bull Baron power play here.
Because it's not so good if you're not really far ahead. And BNK, are they far enough ahead? That's the question. Closer goes golden. Emperor's Divide comes down. He keeps himself alive. The more is going to come through, but Karis had to flash for it. And I think even though they took down the Azir, they got rid of a few of those pages. That book's going to be forgotten because BNK is still going to get the Baron. And, well, eventually they'll move back and realize that it's pretty much gone.
Maybe we don't have time for the conversation. I don't think Duro's I don't think that's a right media. I wouldn't go that far. His team fighting has actually...
No, I just have a feeling that right media is going to go there. I'm not saying it's the right media is bad.
Well, okay, but
that's where I'm thinking.
Yeah, but right media as a vibe is not where you want to be in life, right? This might be it.
Another one. Karis has tanked so many of these. Is all right. Here's the Hail Mary. It's being wound up. Morgan, can you get it done? Polu is already dead. The seismic shove is going to get Zhonya's. And now Raptors dove in, the all-out from Clear. He's going to get to work on these turrets as Closer just shifts the sands, gets himself all the way out of there, and Morgan is saved for last. Young Jay is on the fountain. They'll spare him, but they will spare. And it was Alderaan all over again, man. I mean, there couldn't be a worse Rakan angle outside of what we saw yesterday.
It's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same angle. Word for word.
There is a ward.
They should know that they're on the bot side of the map.
Immediately going to get spotted as Polu goes in. They do manage to get the Blade Caller as well. And like you say, Duro has no way out. Let's see whether he can get it. No, he cannot. Arctic Assault comes in. And that should mean that Envy's able to get that first blood. The Rend not really going to be doing enough here as Henna's completely out of mana now. Oh.
Wasn't already shot. Are we really going to have the run back? He's going to die and then just make his way over?
Well, again? Jay's going to get spotted. The Sentinel was in here. That means he's going to lose his Raptors. Raptor does generally take Raptors. That's sort of how it works. And then a Brambleback? Is that worth a kill under Duro, who doesn't look affected by dying in this series at all, even a little bit?
We're going to get engaged on.
Oh, wait.
Youngjae, I don't...
Think about the amount of time this is wasting, though, as Raptor, he took half of Youngjae's jungle, and now Youngjae has to actually concede.
Life's tough. I also can't believe Duro does exactly the same thing twice, which is just die in lane, and then it's like, who cares?
Needed to back anyway, bro.
Walks into the enemy jungle level 2 to back up Raptor, and they're like, oh!
Going to be completely seen, and that means so this is gone. The Gromp is about to spawn, and so that should also be gone. Yep. There's the frog. Pops out, says, Raptor, if you would like more of the enemy jungle, please come over and collect it. And here it is. Here's the Hail Mary. Let's see whether they can kill Duro again.
But realistic, like Duro should never, and he might because we've seen the game thus far, but he should never walk in. Should give up Drake.
And so should help out there. So that's going to be 4 grubs and probably 6 because there is just no one from Bro in this area whatsoever.
Shouldn't. Yeah, just let Raptor do his thing. If he's there, let's go to the other. I would like for them to take Dragon though, because they've definitely know this is happening. Oh, I don't know about this one. I think they have to peel off. I think they have to leave.
This is so rough. Battle Dance can get Polu over there, or the Grand Entrance, of course, has opportunities, but Duro's going to dive in. There's a seismic shove. They do manage to get the Drake. As now Henna, he's had to get out of there. Envy's now finally moving on over. Grand Entrance is going to hold them in place as Karis gets the Emperor's Divide onto Closer. He's going to go down. That is first blood for the Bros, as the Fate's Call is going to pick Duro up and get him out of there. And See whether they can continue.
Oh, they're looking for a fight here.
Yep, Karis is just going to find it. That's going to be the blast going to allow Henna to at least try to buffer, but it does not work. And that is a beautiful catch. And Karis, his Azir, it's starting to really feel like that old one, you know, that he was real good at. Haven't seen it in a while. Hang on. Is this game 1? Game 2. Game 1? Game 2. Game 1?
Are they different?
Game 2. It's game 2. There's the all-out. As Morgan, I mean, he didn't have minions there, so the turret helps out, and he just dies. Why would we do it again? That's my big question. They do manage to take down the outer turret.
He's creating space.
Zoning. And
he's creating space, yeah.
He did create a lot of space for them to take 2 outer turrets, so it's a really good point. It's all right, Morgan. He's continuing to throw things around. Trying to hold on to this turret as best he can.
Is that where
They're just bullying the Skarner. That's what the attempt is, as Raptor is going to up that damage to champions by one audacious charge. He is definitely dying. Turret probably going to go down first here. That is going to be secured, and then Morgan is going to press the Impale button and just try and waste their time a little bit here. As you can see, the ping's out from Bro, trying to get something elsewhere on the map to this, and I'm not as upset anymore about the fact that the Rakan and Xayah were picked, because for Bro, I guess maybe it'll just work. I don't know. They're just vibing with these champs at this point in time, as Raptor is going to get engaged on. Polo's going to be thrown around like a ragdoll. Wind doesn't really become lightning, actually, as Raptor misses it. And Bro, they're out of there. They're going to go back in, though. There's the Impale. It connects as Clear dives in, finds 3 with the Q. But the Featherstorm comes in. There's the all-out. And Envy has nothing left against this Cassante except a whole bunch of friends. Another Q on everyone as Envy flashes away, and it's not enough. Oh, the Cassante. Never you mind. Still, Bro are going to be able to win the fight because they only lose Envy.
Quite lethal. They do need closer, though.
Yeah.
Currently still looking at a huge wave on bot. Someone's going to have to answer that.
Yeah, it is moving down right now. Closer going to help out with the damage as Youngjae just walks in. That is going to be the Drake secured. There's the hook onto Morgan, but he finds 2 with the Impale. Clear once again just wanders into the backline. This time Envy, it's going to be very difficult to Featherstorm, and he will be taken down. FearX, they're going to find it as Youngjae and Morgan running for the hills. It's only the tanks remaining, and Closer is looking to catch up. Will the seismic shove land? That's the question, as Morgan seems to be their target, or maybe they haven't really decided on a target. As Rock's being thrown around, we don't find the shove, and that is going to be BNK.
Bro, this might be the Angle Atlas.
That's not. Awesome. Yeah, that's Polo getting thrown around like a ragdoll. He will be taken out. In goes Duro, as Envy is going to send him out once again. Duro realizing that he only has Hex Flash. Not really going to be able to do too much here, but Closer is trying to save him. Seismic Shove doesn't hit the mark as Karis does. Raptor going to get thrown back as Envy throwing his feathers towards this Crescent Guard, and Raptor one more and he's dead, and there it is. That's Karis locking down the double, and these Sand Soldiers are relentless right now. And Henna and Closer, they do back away in the end.
Oh, a couple of big mistakes there individually. As no jungle available, Closer does as if does have his TP.
Dove?
Actually, yeah, Does has a. Oh my God.
Dove has a teleport.
He's not TPing. Brion are pulling further ahead. This Rebel Baron power play, nothing crazy just yet.
All right, Envy, they're going to catch him once again. The hook is going to land, and goodbye, Xayah. Let's see whether they can get more off the back end, though, because it's been a few wins in these fights, but never enough to actually turn it like they were able to achieve in game number 1.
That was really well done, though. The CC chain by Duro and Closer there was clear.
All right, let's see whether he can find the angle. Karis is their target. He does go golden, but is he out of the woods? That's the question. Finds a couple with the Emperor's Divide. The Featherstorm goes down. Karis is eventually taken as Duro gets the stunts on Envy, and Henna pops him like a balloon. Raptor's out of the fight, though, and Closer, I don't think he's going to be able to go 1v3. So the 2 damage dealers, I say with air quotes, were taken down, but Morgan is at full health, and he hits like a train.
You know, he had the oopsie in the top fight.
I kind of like, in a Bro series, giving it to the one whose mental was challenged the most and didn't break.
And that's Youngjae.
Atlas. That's Youngjae in this game. He's now got the Baron down to half health as Morgan going to get over that wall, looking for a target here. Duro is going to be that target, but a Fate's Call is going to be available. And now they're looking for the turn. Of course, Duro's going in. He flashes out immediately. So he isn't going to die, but just offers them up a cooldown on a silver platter. And we have a stalemate, as no one used the teleport outside of Morgan, actually, to get him over here earlier on. At that point, as now Morgan gets the crash into the wall. That could be the ideal target, as Closer is flashing out of the way now, and now Polo is just going to pop. Henna's able to lock him down. Raptor still well and truly in it, as Clear is fighting 5 people. Envy flashes over the wall, and he's still alive! Gets on top. Envy will be taken down. And who remains in this fight? It's only the Beefy Boys and Henna. And Henna might be able to do it this time. There goes Morgan. The Lord has been felled. Instead of 15 minutes, it's 35 minutes.
Okay, I think we're stretching. We're stretching the analogy here.
All right, Hook going to come on through once again. Polo going to be put in a blender, but there is the knockback. They're trying to chain the CC, but Clear is the one now taking too much damage. Has to go all out onto Youngjae and gets himself out of there, as the Impale is decent. Seismic Shove is also good, though, as Envy goes down so incredibly low, but he will survive for so long. Raptor puts him down in the end, and Henna is still up and available. Closer is still up as well. But they're the team with the Baron, and it's BNK that wants to just be sieging turrets, not going even in fights.
It's a brawl, Atlas!
A brawl!
A brawl! I don't know what's happening. That's a 4-item Xayah.
Yeah. None of those items are like Guardian Angel or like somewhat defensive stuff. He does have a Bloodthirster, that's good. So if he does survive through all the chain CC, then he can at least get his health back, but it's getting a bit dangerous as Youngjae, he's going to get hooked back. He's the one that's going to get chain CC to death, and now it's Morgan thrown around like a ragdoll as well. These seismic shoves from Closer, just too good. Oh, bro, why does it always have to happen like this? As far as, you know, just the players and the play. As Bro, they have stepped up once again. There is a Glacial Prison. Duro going to ignore it completely. Raptor as well, now going to go in. Wind becomes lightning. There's the knockbacks. As Emperor's Divide comes down, Karis is like almost dead already, but now Henna has got on top of Envy. Just gets to press the rend button. And wasn't this a late game team fighting comp, Bro? Wasn't it? Because BNK are making theirs look like it's perfect for 38.5 minutes, and they're just gonna truck it down the mid lane.
Henna gets on top of Envy. Duro with the ult sets him up. Henna knocks him down. And it's the hesitation for Brion. It's the inability to win these front-to-backs. And BNK are gonna get the 2-0.
Oh man, it's heartbreaking for the Bros, but what a debut. From Duro, we do have to say, this guy was not afraid in any moment whatsoever. They replaced Execute with